Afternoon and welcome to the iceHQ Ice Rink in Reservoir, Melbourne, Australia on Warranjoy Woiwurrung Traditional Land for the CCM National Women's Tournament T2 3v4 final between the Adelaide Shifty Lizards in the white with gold and purple versus the Melbourne Furies in the blue with the bronze sleeves. This will be an interesting tussle. These teams did play against each other on Friday night where it was all tied up 2-2 at the end. Players to watch out for in this game, well, we know that Maggie Pryor has been superb throughout the tournament. #1 goal scorer through the system, but some players there to watch out for as well who have been very effective is particularly their goaltender for the Shifty Lizards, Tori Kellett, who has been superb. So to Laura West, who has been fast and energetic, created a lot of opportunities, and Marnie Trapolino in defence, who has been rock solid and stable and rarely made a wrong step. For the Furies, Gunyak and Bibby have been terrific, as you would expect, and so too, combining with them has been Chris Theo, and Katie Hurtis in defence has been excellent as well, and absolutely rock solid too, Kylie Harvey. So watch for those ones to be standout players for the Furies. Defensively, the Furies pretty good. In the net for them is Katrina Lee. Lee has been very effective as well, made some spectacular saves, perhaps a little inconsistent at times, but has made some great saves. But Kellett has been brilliant for the Shifty Lizards. Will be underway very, very shortly in this 3v4 game. The teams did play on Friday night, 2-2 the score. Pryor and Jagged scoring early on for the Lizards, but then Gunyak brought it back and Stella tied it all up for the Furies when they played on Friday night. A lot of hockey between then and now. It's been a great tournament. 6 teams in this division. And they've all been close games. There's only been one game decided by more than 1 goal. It's been absolutely terrific, the level of competition. We're watching out to see if Maggie Pryor can show us some magic. Certainly been very effective at scoring goals. Lining up to take the face-off will be Laura West up against Melissa Bibby. We're again very privileged to have Lucy Parrington as one of the referees here today with us. This time the puck is won through and onto the stick straight away of Pryor, who gets an early shot but sprays it wide. It's on the half boards now as the Shifties look to clear it out, look to get a shot away. It's just a chip there off the back of Clay's stick. He didn't make it through. And here come the Furies clearing the puck out, looking to make a connection there with Bleakley. But getting back there, Trapolino, who will clean it up. Chips it up the board, doesn't get it past the pinching Theo, though, who comes in. But returning the favour was Trapolino, who just didn't quite get the puck out, though. An opportunity now, Bibby pinching in and activating. Shot fired from a distance there by Bleakley, wouldn't quite go. Hudson now a chance with some space. Tried to get a shot away, but getting a stick down and blocking that one was West. Battling in the corner now, Bibby tries to put the puck across into the slot. In there with it as well as Bleakley, but they're stuck behind the net. Puck goes high, slight chance now. Gunyak fires the cannon, but it in the end gets to as a relatively soft save to Tori Kellett. So with a minute in, 1 shot on the net for two shots on the net for the Furies. The Lizards had a bit of pressure, but didn't get it through to Lee in the net. And we will set up and get things underway again. Parrington, one of the referees, again, legend of Australian ice hockey, will be playing here next week as the Ducks play. But going in with some speed there is Crafter. Crafter gets onto the backhand, loses a footing in the process. No hand up for a penalty. Ridden into the corner, though, and the puck will sit in the corner. Well, we do have a penalty. Sorry, I tell you, I couldn't see it from where I am. The referee calling a trip on that one. So the first power play of the game will go to the Shifty Lizards. It's being escorted over to the box to sit 2. Looks like it's Kathy Costello who will be doing 2 for a trip. Good chance there for Crafter. It looked like it might have been a penalty, and in the end, of course, it was. Getting over now to make up the penalty kill will be Shelley Jensen. They move into the corner. This is looking to load it up. Fired across by Hill, who tries to get across into the slot. Fired in from the blue line by Janovska, and it's behind the net. Now the Furies look to clear it out. Jensen couldn't clear it. Nice work on the blue line by Baird to keep that one in, and we'll, this time the puck comes out and Baird will have to reset and drive it back in as the Lizards were caught offside. Around the back of the net now is Hudson, who couldn't clear it out. It's kept in. They get another chance too, though, but the Lizards behind the net now on the stick of Baird. But it's played up high and it'll be driven in, but not cleanly. A chance there by Daisy Fry, but she couldn't get too much on it, and the puck goes into the corner. Around the back of the net now, picked up by, I think, Crafter. Battles away, no Talaway Hill. Puck made it through, but saved, shot fired this time, and they score. Early goal on the power play. Just an unmarked player fires away on that one, and unfortunately the jerseys pinching up must make the number very hard to recognise. But the first goal to the Shifty Lizards, not entirely dissimilar to what happened last time these two teams played. The Lizards got out to an early start, but the Furies brought it back. So that was Janovska getting that one from Crafter and Hill. Harrington just making sure that no one does anything they shouldn't. Puck was just poked through there. Difficult to tell who won it, but possibly you give it to Gunn. Puck pushed in past the pressure there of Clay, but getting to the puck first will be Harvey. Puck clears the zone. Bowles coming up to try and put some pressure on Trapolino. Trapolino with a lot of time takes it behind the net. Has a bit of look, looking for players to settle. Plays the puck up ice looking for Gunn. Gunn pinned up against the boards by Jensen. They see tip it backwards and forwards, and it will be cleared out by Trapolino once more. Not able to handle it cleanly was Hurtis. Hurtis dumps it in now, though. Gets past the pressure of Morello, but it's deep behind the net, and it will be picked up by Crafter, who has time. No forecheck. There's a piece of detritus on the ice. It looks like someone's lost a neck guard. The ones that are integrated to the shirts are really a much better idea. That just doesn't happen. But Trapolino goes behind the net, looks to play it up, pinching in Hudson. Hudson will just drive it back in, but there's no one. Bleakley will go in to try and put some pressure now onto Trapolino, who goes around behind the net. Trapolino looks up ice, trying to find some movement. Goes on her own, hasn't got any help at the moment. Racing now to put some pressure on Bibby, and Hudson gets around the two of them. Gunyak comes across to put some pressure on it. Goes across the front, save made as it's deflected out by Lee. The puck is dumped all the way back for an icing. And the Furies will have to go back, and they can't change. Hudson was trying to get across for a change, but disallowed due to the icing call, and it will be brought back. Just under 10 minutes to go in the first, 1 goal to lead. And that was a nice one there, as most goals tend to be, scored by Janovska. The resume play comes up to the point. Driven in and looking to pick the puck up there is Fryer, who claps it in. It goes around the back. Gunyak now with the puck, just drives it through. Looking up ice, can see Theo skating up, trying to create some space. Doesn't manage to get it through. Theo is being watched, but not terribly closely there by Baird. And it goes into the corner. Now across the front of the net, not able to get too much of a handle on it. It will be cleared out, and for another icing by Bleakley. Unable to change again, the Furies. They wanted to get a change to some Hudson loitering desperately at the gate, looking to get in. But the referee saying, no chance, you are not allowed. You must stay on. So some tired legs now for the Furies. 8 minutes and 44 to go in the first. Underway we are again as the puck is played across, looking perhaps to give it to Lee to get a stoppage. Gunyak looks up ice, sees Theo moving with some speed. Theo will go in this time, no icing the call, as Bibby is free in the slot. Theo puts it to Bibby the shot, but getting back nicely and just shutting it down. The Lizards defence just denied that opportunity. A good stick lift. And it's shot all the way down the other end and onto the stick of Costello, who swoops around the ice again, looking for movement, but the movement going across ice. Gagnon attempting the cross ice pass unwisely. And they do it again cross ice, but they get away with it. Gagnon just tips it past the pressure of Cash, but it's into the corner and will be cleared out. Cash dumps the puck up. Costello couldn't keep the puck in, and it's on now the stick of Hill. Hill is swept across the front of the net, and firing it in there was Cash, but that wouldn't quite go. And Crafter loops around, deprived of the puck though, and the puck goes behind the net. Harvey putting some pressure on as the puck is brought up to the point. Driving it back in though, Cash with a nice job, but it ends up in the slot and it'll be picked up by Costello. Costello fans on the clearance. Chong tries to get it out, but is beaten to the puck and it goes back into the corner. Once more, a chance fired on the net there. Crafter couldn't get it through, in the way was Lee. Chong tries to get it past some pressure, but it goes back to Crafter with another chance. Crafter lobs it across the front of the net as a speculator. Lee sees it into the corner. Comes up to the blue line and it will get out. And racing back now to get there first will be Trapolino once more, who enforces the icing and will be brought back for yet another icing, unable to get the change. As Harvey was trying to get off the ice for the Furies, not able to. Parrington alert to that one, just hovering around the bench saying, yeah, I know that trick, you're not doing it to me. And they'll be brought back for a defensive zone face-off. Wizards 1, Furies yet to score. 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the first. Harvey goes in to play the puck, plays it up the boards, doesn't clear it. Across it goes to Baird. Baird with a bit of time, being pressured eventually, gets the puck in, but it's picked up onto the stick there of Costello, who rims it round. Going in now to pick it up is Jensen. They get it out, but only as far as the competent hand there of Fryer, who dumps it in. Behind the net it goes. Costello looks up ice, trying to get it clear, under pressure by Jagged, and it's brought back across. Clearing the puck out, just finding the Peter Bowles. Bowles with a little bit of room, but pressure there being applied by Fryer, who takes care of it. Racing in there as well was Bleakley, but Bleakley beaten to the puck. Goes across through the front, a chance now for the Furies, but no one there. And it's played out, unable to keep the puck in, was Clay. In it goes once more, turning around to try and put some pressure in. Bleakley moves in, but it's plenty of time and space for the Lizards as they play the puck up ice and get the stick to Brewer. Brewer looks up, sees not much in the way of movement, just chips it out of the zone. Just perhaps trying to get the puck up to Jagged, but not quite able to make the connection as the Lizards changing. Driving through now, Stella. Stella has Bleakley. Nice shot on the net. Save there made by Kellett. Well, not much on it, but in a dangerous position was Bleakley. They clear the puck out of the zone. It runs into the feet there of Clay. They battle on the half boards, but driven back in, and Trapolino will sort it out once more under pressure from Bleakley, who's been out for a long time. It's just about tachycardic at a guess. Cardiologist delight, as in we go on the stick of Coates. Coates is pushed away from the puck by Bibby, and it reverses the other way. Topsy-turvy game at the moment, but we have an icing. Going back there to clean it up was Cash, just to enforce it. And yet again, icing the puck, the Furies, and unable to get a change. Been under a lot of defensive pressure. 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go. 1 goal to lead to the Lizards. And that was scored by Janowska from Crafter and Hill. Costello, the one penalty so far. Parrington looks around, drops the puck. We're underway. Poking the puck through was West. And now looking to clear the puck out of the zone. The Furies can't keep it out. No. Parrington right on that one. It looked from my eye like it hadn't crossed the line, but Parrington with the better sight line. The puck had left the zone, so the Lizards just trapped offside. So we'll have a face-off just outside the defensive zone for the Furies. They can get the change they were pretty keen to get. Fresh legs on for them. West lining up to take the face-off against Chong. West wins that one cleanly. Tipping the puck in was Baird, and in it goes. West now gets around a couple, doesn't get past Gunyak though, who clears it and behind the net. Gunyak now picks the puck up, rims it up the boards, gets it onto the stick of Dundas, and away go the Furies. Caught offside though was Gagnon, who had to turn around and reset. Dundas now tried to chip it in, but beaten to the puck. But it's driven in the end by Hudson. Flying in with some speed is Gagnon. They try and put the puck into the slot. Applying pressure is Chong, but beaten around the back of the net there by West, and West will clear the puck out. Or at least eventually. They're cycling around under good pressure though. Gets past the pressure of Gagnon, but slowed down a lot as Dundas pinches in. Dundas offside though, is having to reset. Just gets tangled up a little bit, and it'll be brought out by Baird. Puck goes in deep. The race for the puck on, but Gunyak will get there first. Being pressured tightly though by Pryor. Pryor went to make a connection with Crafter, couldn't quite get it cleanly now. Tropolino fires the puck in, something gets in the way and stops that one getting through. Floating high, looking dangerous, Janovska, as the puck is caught deep in the corner. Aware of the threat is Gunyak, who just shuts that one down, but Crafter now tries to put it in, and the shot fired by Janovska was a good one, forcing Lee to make the save. It's behind the net in Gretzky's office as they cycle around. Now looking up ice, trying to clear the puck out is Gunyak. Doesn't get it out cleanly, but does get it out eventually, and it gets up to Jensen, who has to battle on the boards. Poking away to Hudson as they battle on the half boards, trying to clear the puck out. Digging away as well as Gunyak, but the South Australian team come out with the puck. They chip it across, but it'll go behind the net. Floating high is Crafter waiting for it. Hudson not aware of that presence. Hudson ends up with the puck on a stick. Can she clear the puck out of the zone? Not quite, and it goes up high, and Crafter will wind and get a shot, but it doesn't get through. On the blue line, Trapolino, who just dumps it back in, forcing sustained pressure. The Adelaide team starting to get some changes. Puck goes through the slot. Chong now looks to clear it out, just a little bit pedestrian, but they get the puck out of the zone, and it ends up to Jensen. Jensen's deprived of the puck by Trapolino, who circles around, gets it past Bowles, looking up ice. Found Janovska, but not with momentum. Trapolino now with another chance, has a little bit of space, just a minute to go on the clock. Trapolino into the corner, stops and hits the brakes, but is being well marked by Harvey. They jam up against the boards. Goes through the back of the office, and Chong will look to clear the puck out of the zone. Not successfully though, it was stolen by Gunn. This time they get it out, looking for Jensen. Jensen standing still as the puck goes past. And back in they go with Crafter. Crafter with a bit of space, tries to get onto a forehand, runs out of room and runs out of real estate and finds the ice. It's cold and hard. Puck behind the net, just 20 seconds to go in the first period. Up the half boards, they look to clear the puck out, the Furies. They go cross. It doesn't make it to anyone in particular. Trying to get a connection there was Theo, but racing there. Theo does get there first, gets to Bleakley. Bleakley, a shot fired, but it was stick lifted out of the way. Bleakley with another chance, that wouldn't go, and it's chipped up and played away by Jagged. Now Costello picks the puck up, goes cross ice, and it gets intercepted, but fortunately for the Furies, the cross ice pass interception is denied by the buzzer, and Gunn couldn't finish it off. So at the end of the first, Shifty Lizards 1, Furies yet to score. Furies the 3 shots on the net, the Lizards 4. The goal to Isabel Janovska from Crafter and Hill. Penalty so far to the Furies, 2 minutes to Kathy Costello, who had to sit 2 for a trip. And we will resume hostilities in a few more seconds. Just a 1 minute intermission, but the rest of referees have been a little bit easy on enforcing that one. Often the coaches getting closer to 2 minutes. No one particularly upset about that. It's not an awful lot you can do in these intermissions, really just trying to rally your troops and keep them focused on something that's part of your game plan. Come on guys, stop passing the puck through the slot, that sort of thing. And make sure you keep your intensity high and keep your shift short. Shift in hockey, typically no more than 45 seconds or so if you do it well. One thing we drill into our beginners is the phrase, the change is more important than the rush. But then the adrenaline kicks in and everyone's brains go out the window. And this is a final, so there's a lot of adrenaline, so a lot of brains going out the window. Not that it's easy by any stretch. It's easy to sit back and watch it and make all sorts of clever comments, but it's much more difficult when you're actually involved in the game and you have a different perspective and you have pressure. Pressure makes humans dumb, and that's what makes sport interesting. Face off this time won by Bibby, won it back to Hurtis, who puts it back in. Found Bleakley. Bleakley makes a pass across looking for Theo. Theo's racing into the corner, but was beaten to it by Janovska. And the puck is cleared out. Almost kept in though. Bleakley did a nice job. Bibby will go in now to pick it up. Looking for someone in the slot if they can get there. Theo's there, but has to go behind the net to pick it up. Does so. Gets into the slot. Bleakley couldn't get to it. And the Wizards will clear the puck out. It's on the stick of Pryor. It gets around the first lot of defence, but being well covered. Poked away from her as Pryor has to twist and turn and get away out of the way of the referee as well. Goes behind the net. Pryor put it into the slot. It was a nice chance, but couldn't quite make the connection. just a little bit casual with the puck there was Baird, and away goes Bibby with some space. Bibby being covered by Tropoleno, doing a superb job. Puck's loose though in the slot as a charging Fury is shrugged aside by Kellett, who just says, not on my watch, and they exchange pleasantries. As the rapidly charging in Theo gets pushed out of the way. Tries to get a backhander in from a prone position and ends up on the stick of Harvey. Sorry, not Harvey, that's Hudson who tries to push it in, and bodies go flying. On the half boards now, trying to make some space and get through everyone is Gunyak, but it goes behind the net. Gunyak will reset, try and pick it up. It's just the tempo increasing in this game a little bit, and the Lizards will clear the puck out of the zone. Flying now to pick it up, Pryor, racing Chong. Chong gets there first, loses a footing in the process. Pryor's looking for someone in the slot, doesn't have anyone. There's going to be a penalty on Pryor though for a trip. It was a close call on that one, a bit of a line call, but a fair call in the end. Pryor's stick certainly did cause Chong to lose her footing. As we just see on the replay, the shrug there by Kellett, who is undoubtedly tough as nails. And now the Furies with their first power play of the game. And unfortunately for the Lizards, the player sitting in the box will be Maggie Pryor, probably the last person you'd want sitting in there. He's been great on the penalty kill and scored a couple of shorties throughout the tournament. Puck goes across the top of the offensive zone, just chipped in by Gunyak. But the Lizards will clear the puck out. They don't get it through the top, as back there waiting for it was Clay. This time they clear the puck out, but this time Hurtis again on the red line keeps that one in, and going in will be Theo, who gets onto the puck. Doesn't get enough on it though, and it will be cleared out once more. Tropoleno that time doing the damage, and Hurtis will have to go back and pick it up. Running more time out of the clock, 1 minute and 27 seconds to go on the Pryor penalty. It's the Furies with a nice pass to, unfortunately, no one in particular. No one was moving. Bowles caught flat-footed. Fry will drive that one out. Going over to pick it up now, Janovska, the early goal scorer. But it goes back behind the net for the Furies, and they have to reload once more. Just on a minute now to go on the Pryor penalty. And the Shifty Lizards content just to keep driving the puck back in. As Gunyak looks to move up the ice, tries to find some movement. Most of her teammates standing still. Puts the puck across, finds Bibby going down into the corner as Gunyak cuts into the slot, but runs into a wall of white jerseys and is shrugged off by Cash. Shot goes through but won't make it, and it's chipped out and poked through by Crafter. Crafter now racing for the puck, will be beaten to it just by Hurtis, but it's close. Skating down the middle and waiting for it, Janovska as a speculator, but the puck is cleared out of the zone. Kept in though, nicely. Tropoleno activated, didn't see that one coming. Tropoleno the shot, deflected there off the feet of Gunyak and goes into the corner. As Bowles looks up ice. Great penalty kill by the Shifty Lizards so far. They managed to keep the puck in once more, and this time it's Crafter again who digs away. Picked up now by the Lizards as they look the puck, play the puck across, and it's picked up by Hill. Hill has time, just a couple of seconds to go on the penalty. They chip it through, the pass on ice is completely made, and it's rejoining the game, but it was offside, I think. We're going to wait for the call on that. Yeah, Lucy Parrington sees that one as offside, as Maggie Pryor was racing back in to activate as well in the game. 10 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the second. 1 goal the lead. Furies with some good intensity. Got some good play out of that power play, but not enough. And the Lizards did a good job on the kill. Certainly created some opportunities as well. Pinching in now to try and make something happen there was Jagged. And they get the puck across, going to pick it up Harvey. Harvey looks up ice, trying to find Dundas. Dundas is moving across to the board, so too Chong, but it gets a bit crowded. So has to go across ice to get the puck out. Now Dundas has some space, crosses the line, leaves the puck behind, just gets around, but it ends up on the stick now of Brewer, who looks up ice. Clears the zone first, nice prioritising of the puck movement. Battles on the board with Hudson. They get tangled up, nothing's coming out of that tussle. Sorry, not Hudson, that was Gagnon, and Gagnon will have to go and sit too for interference. I'd say, yep, it's an interference call on Gagnon, and now the Lizards with the power play. 9 minutes and 20 seconds to play in the second, 1 goal to lead. The Lizards load up. They put Pryor in the slot waiting, and the face-off will be taken by West. As the Furies a little bit casual with their change. Trapolino as well. Looks like they're trying to get the puck back to her to get a shot away. Pryor, though, gets it, hooks it in. It was a cheeky little backhand. It nearly went, forcing Lee to make the save. Good chance there. Trying to clear the puck out unsuccessfully. Trapolino, the shot looking for a tip. The wrong coloured stick got in the way, and it was a blue one. As now the Furies look to clear it out. Gets back up to Trapolino, who just chips it in. Once more, Trapolino with another chance. As Pryor was there and circling around. The puck's loose in the slot, but there's more blue jerseys there to take care of it, and Harvey will clear it out. Pinching in and activating, and the shot fired there by Cash. It's behind the net, and it'll be rimmed out. But it does get past Trapolino, who then recovers it. Pass goes across to Fryer, who combines beautifully there with Pryor. Gets onto the forehand. Pryor shoots. Bounces off the midsection. Just feathered through the middle there. West, who had a chance. Trapolino fires it back in again. Trapolino's been outstanding for the Lizards. Always calm and collected. Doesn't make mistakes. And the puck goes through the slot, but not able to get a shot on. Chong now battling for it. Will be forced to rim the round. Try to reverse it, though. Looked like he was going to rim it, but reverse the puck instead. Pryor loses a footing. Beachley can't get it out, but Chong eventually manages to force the puck out of the zone. No, not quite. Kept in, though. It was Cash who made that one happen. Cycling in two as well. Crafter getting in the slot and loose. Shot fired, though. Was a nice one in the end by Pryor, but it just went wide. It was a good chance, and they change. Fresh legs on for the Lizards. The puck is dumped all the way down. And no icing the call on that one. As they're still on the penalty kill, the Furies. They finally got the puck out of the zone and got it away. Just 8 seconds to go on the Gagnon penalty. As Trapolino comes through the neutral zone. Attempted poke check by Harvey doesn't work, and the shot on Lee, who has to deflect it into the corner. Crafter now with the puck on the blue line, just gets past the pressure of Blakely. Goes across. Crafter with another chance, shoots. Lee the save with a kicker. Little backhander, it's not going to make it through. Another little backhander doesn't quite make it past Lee, and it's ridden into the corner. Battling now Hudson on the boards, loses a stick in the process, and we're going to have a penalty. Referee's hand is up, and it'll be a penalty on the Lizards when they make contact with the puck. And sauntering over to the penalty box to have a 2-minute rest is Isabel Janowska, who will be sitting too. And the Furies will get to load up their power play and see if they can get one back and even things up in the dying few minutes of the second. Bibby moves in to take the face off. Theo in the slot for them. Gunyak ends up with the puck, has a little bit of space, tries to get onto the forehand, tips it in looking for a tip, but it's cleared out once again by the very stable hands of Trapolino, and he will be going back and retrieved by Hurtis. Hurtis under pressure from Gunn. Referee gets in the way as well there. Parrington trying to get out of the way, but Hurtis with a bit of room gets past two. He's got Bibby in the slot if she can get the puck across to her. Bibby waiting, calling for it. Nice switch through the slot there. Good play there by the Adelaide team, doing a good job of just owning the position. Hurtis now with the puck, but it's poked away. They don't clear the zone, though, but they do eventually. The puck did come out. Parrington might not have seen it from the angle. She was screened. Chance now for Gunyak, but she couldn't quite get it in. Now the puck will be cleared out. Racing to get there in a hurry. Hurtis gets there first, battling with Gunn. As the puck goes behind the net. On the power play, the Furies trying to get some pressure as Gunn just rubs her off the puck. Puck comes out, though. Trapolino will have to hold. This is being pressured by Theo. Dumps the puck in wisely, forcing the turnaround and the retrieval. And nice sneaky pressure there. I'm not sure that anyone saw Morello coming. But it will be played out now by Gunyak, who crosses the line, looking to get a clean zone entry. Almost caught offside there was Theo. Gunyak goes in the corner, tried to get a shot. It's across the front. No one could get there. Chong was just wrong-footed. Fury starting to change on the boards there, trying to keep it in. Was not quite successful from Hudson, and the puck comes out. It'll be picked up by Gunyak, who looks to get a change. Hudson dumps the puck in, looking to get the puck across to Clay. Hudson again has to drive the puck in under pressure as the Furies changing. Just 10 seconds to go on the penalty on Yukovska. He'll be back on the ice as the puck now on the stick of Hudson, who was very nearly robbed from behind as Janovski came back onto the ice. 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the second. Lizards, Shifty Lizards with 1 over the Furies. Just wait for everyone to get sorted out. The puck is dropped, one there nicely by the Lizards. They chip it through with speed, as is normal with Pryor. Gets a shot and scores. Pryor gets around everyone, loads up the forehand and fires the cannon. Pryor cuts across, gets past the defence, gets lots of space, winds it up and goes top blocker side and takes the Lizards out to a 2-0 lead with 3 minutes to go in the second. That's what we've come to expect from Maggie Pryor, and she shows us there just exactly why she's been the top goal scorer throughout the competition. Batting away at the face-off this time, it's won by the Lizards, but not as cleanly as they would have liked. They just chip it through, and that will go for icing. Two minutes and 30 seconds to play as the teams will have to go back and reset. The Furies can change, and they do. They're getting fresh legs on. Waiting for them to pick which side they want. Quite often here a centre will put the puck onto their forehand. No decision being made by the Furies. Finally they make up their mind. And that was basically because they didn't have a centre on the ice to make the call. It will be on Bibby's backhand. Bibby will perhaps be looking to play it back to Hurtis, who moves in. Hurtis gets the puck, drives it in, but not much on it. It deflects wide into the corner. Looking to clear the puck out of the zone by chipping it up the boards. Here come the Lizards once more. They've got a 2-on-1 play, a loose puck in the slot. It's cleared out though by Clay, who got back there in time in the last line of defence. Topolino will return the favour the other way, and we have another icing. Clay's dump under pressure was about all she could do. Wasn't the wrong decision by any stretch of the imagination. But as a result, the puck iced and they're brought back. Just under 2 minutes and a half to play in the second. 2 goals the lead to the Lizards. This is a very similar situation that the Furies found themselves in last time these two teams played on Friday night, and they brought it back to a 2-2 tie. We will not have a tie today. If it is tied up at the end of regulation, we will go to 5 minutes of 3-on-3 sudden death. If that doesn't work, we go to penalty shots. So there will be a result. Trapolino there just tries to dig it back in, get it over the side. It trickles through. Forced to make the save was Lee. As Hill tried to put it across. It's loose and it's through. Crafter with that one. Just snuck through the 5-hole. It didn't look like much was on it. Just tangled up Lee a bit. You can see there, shot under pressure, just kind of trickled through. And Lee be a little bit disappointed that that one went. The Lizards out to a 3-goal lead with just under 30 seconds to go in the second. The Shifty Lizards pleased with that one. They'll get to take something back to Adelaide. The grand final in the next game will be between the Melbourne Reds and the Perth team. As the Lizards turn up the tempo and start to extend their lead. They come back now, though, the Furies, but they'll be beaten by the buzzer. And at the end of the second, a good period for the Lizards. 12 shots on the net for 3 goals, and the Furies none from 8. Furies have had a couple of chances. They've also spent a bit of time in the penalty box. Both teams all squared up on penalties. It's been a pretty even exchange so far. But the thing that's not even, of course, is the goal score. Janovska, Crafter and Pryor. Beauty from Crafter. just earlier, and the one prior to that by Pryor was absolutely beautiful. It was a gorgeous goal over the glove hand of Katrina Lee from space, which is what we've expected a lot and seen a lot of from Maggie Pryor. It's been superb watching her play. 15 minutes to play in the game unless we go to overtime. It's always possible. It's only a 3-goal lead. The Wizards can't afford to get complacent. I don't think they will. They don't seem to be that sort of a team. They're not wearing Maple Leaf jerseys, so they'll play all the way to the finish. As we line up, Lucy Parrington, the referee, gets things ready to go. We're underway. Face-off run by Chong, plays it back and gets it cleanly to Harvey. Harvey plays it up the boards looking for Dundas. Dundas tries to chip it through and barge her way through as well, but the puck reversed and touches a few bodies, so no icing the call as it goes back, and Costello will pick it up. Costello behind the net looking for something. Chong calling for it through the middle, but is marked. That would have been an unwise pass. And it's Harvey now who goes to pick it up and play it up the boards. Harvey finds a connection with Dundas. Dundas chips it forward, but it will be picked up by Jagged, who just drives it back. Jagged found the stick of Gunn. Gunn tries to put it across, but hasn't got anyone in the slot to pass it to, and Costello will reverse the play. Dundas battles with it on the board, but it'll be picked up by Pryor. Pryor gets a shot away, but it goes wide. Was under pressure. Puck put across into the slot. Lee forced to watch everything, and the puck comes across back onto the stick of Fryer, who tried to dump it in and get it past Dundas. Dundas missed the puck behind her, is just pushing through as Pryor. Pryor's got to play loose in the slot. The pass is on. Pryor takes the shot. It's a kick save by Lee. On the spot there, waiting to pick it up, was Jagged, but couldn't quite get it. And it comes up to the blue line, and it's chipped out, but picked up by Dundas, who drives through. And the last line of defence was Baird, who made that one safe. Puck driven far into the corner. Just referee's hand up is it for a penalty, and it will be on the Furies. Goaltender there, Kellett, leaves the ice so the Furies can load up with 6 on 5. They've got an extra player on the ice on the delayed penalty. Going through the middle was Pryor, taking the time. Smart play. They get a shot onto the net, but it will be swallowed up, but not clear. And as soon as the puck is under control by the Furies, the clock will stop. But in the meantime, the delayed penalty being exploited very nicely indeed by the Shifty Lizards, showing great poise and experience and smart play. Heading over into the box is Ashley Gagnon for her second. It'll be 4 minutes of penalty time for her this time around. And the Lizards will get to load up on the power play again. Face off one, back to Pryor, who flings it in, but there's a body in the way. It goes into the corner. Trapolina will get there first and fire it across the front. Lee forced to make the save. It's in the corner now as they battle to get the puck out of the zone. Pryor will keep it in, turns, pivots, flings it in from a distance. It bounces wide, and it'll be picked up by Gunyak, who reverses it around as the Furies look to try and clear the puck. Shot fired again, Pryor. Blocker save Lee. It was a good one from both players. But clearing the puck out of the zone, Bowles manages to get it clear, but is swamped by the speed of Trapolino, who has been superb throughout the series for this team. Certainly one of our picks as the premier defenders of the competition. Trapolino here a number of times here at the CCM National Women's Competition and has always been effective. Trapolino with the puck again, just chips it in. This time that will be an icing though. This is not particularly concerned. They're quite happy to rub another 20 or 30 seconds off the clock. They've got that 3-goal lead. Gagnon sitting in the penalty box for the Furies. They're on the power play, but they don't need to hurry. With a 3-goal lead with 12 minutes to play. Again, they're not being complacent, but all the pressure on the Furies. They need to score 4 to win it. It's a big ask, not impossible. Face off one by Bibby. Backhanding it in was Hudson, but didn't get much on it. Back the other way comes Pryor. Pryor gets around the pressure, gets onto the forehand, shoots, perks loose. Pryor with another chance, digs away at it. Lee was down and saved that one. Great work, Lee. Hudson tries to clear it out, gets tangled up. But they chip the puck clear and out of the zone through Bibby. Bibby shovels it all the way down the other end, and it will be retrieved by Baird, but being pressured by Bibby, just perhaps a little too casual. As the shot is lobbed in from a distance by Bleakley. Just 2 seconds to go on the penalty on Gagnon, who'll be back out on the ice right about now, and we're back to 5-on-5. Puck rimmed around the back of the net. Getting there first is Fryer. Fryer reverses the play and finds Crafter. Crafter flicks it up the ice. Hill blasts through. Lucky not to get pinged for a high stick as she went past Theo. No intention to it, but the stick was still up high. And they battle in the corner. Lee forced to watch the puck as it's rimmed around the back and going up to try and pick it up, but waiting for it was Bleakley, and the shot in the end is fired on Lee, who makes it safe. It was a shot from a distance, a tricky bounce, but for Lee that was fairly routine. 10 minutes to go in the game. 3 goals the lead. It's been a good one thus far for the Shifty Lizards. The Furies frustrated a little bit, haven't been able to get as much attacking play as they'd like. Sticking to their guns of everyone playing, and that's good. They haven't shortened their lines. Playing up the ice now, Harvey, who looks to get it clear, watched by Trapolino. Trapolino gets a stick down there and breaks it up. And it's cleared out by Crafter. Crafter putting pressure on, the cross ice pass intercepted, picked up by Hill, who gets around one. Gets onto the forehand, Hill winds. Fans at the wide though, and it was watched there by Harvey, who goes into the corner. Pressure by Harvey trying to break things up. Trapolino waiting for it patiently. Pinches in and activates, gets a shot on. A little tip there by Hill, didn't quite go, but the second shot was fired by Gunn. Didn't quite go either, but it was a good chance. Sorry, that was Janowska again with the red helmet. Back out come the Furies with Chong. Chong looks up ice trying to find someone to pass to. Hasn't got much movement. Gets it across to Dundas. Dundas tries to put it back to Chong, who gets it onto her backhand. Played it across, looking perhaps there for Gagnon, but it's swept into the corner by Kellett. Gagnon now behind the net, trying to find options. Has Hurtis on the point if they can get up to her. Hurtis totally unmarked, and they do. Hurtis winds, lobs it through, not much on it, and it hit Crafter on the way through and got deflected into the corner. Out it comes now, and the Lizards clear it out. Battling hard on the boards is Gunyak, but they don't get it past the resolute Trapolino, who is just about to change. Fresh legs on in defence for the Shifty Lizards, but icing the call and they'll be brought back. Not necessarily a disaster for them. Under 8 minutes now to play, 3 goals the lead. Face off this time won cleanly by the Shifty Lizards. They put the puck back into the corner safely, but trying to barrel through his Bowles. Bowles runs into Trapolino and knocks her over for a trouble. Physics the winner in that occasion. Gunyak tries to shoot through traffic. It's too many legs in the way and was been blocked by Crafter, so goes into the corner, cycles around under pressure from Hill. Tries to get onto a forehand as Crafter keeps digging away at the stick as they battle in the slot as well. Stella there just knocking over a few, and Hurtis now has the puck, tries to get clear, gets a shot away but not cleanly, and it was blocked before it made it through to the net. Goes through the back of the net, pinching in now Theo, who activates, reverses it, trying to get the puck to Gunyak, who got it. But Trapolino was there and broke it up. Trapolino has been simply brilliant throughout the tournament. Clears the puck up now on the stretch, tried to get it up to Gunn. Changing the Lizards, and the puck is flung across. They're picked up now by Gunyak, who looks up ice. Crafter in front will try and keep it in, but it gets past. And now racing for the puck in the corner is Bibby. Bibby with Jensen in the slot, but covered by 2. So we're down to 6.5 minutes to go. Puck played around the back to Jensen. Jensen looking for an option. Shovels it up the boards. Found Hudson, who put it back into the corner. Behind the net now, Gunyak. It's bobbling around in front, but going in to get it with a little bit of indecision, but getting there in the end. It ends up on the stick of Gunn, who is ridden off it hard. And the puck goes into the corner. It'll be cleared up by Clay, but doesn't clear the zone as they battle in the slot now. The puck put behind the net as Hudson battles for it. Into the slot, high has a chance. Baird now with a chance to shove the puck back in, but couldn't get it past the pressure being applied by Bibby. Bibby goes cross ice, but wouldn't you know, Chapolino's there and tidies it up. Bibby this time dumps the puck in and we'll go for a change. Fresh legs coming on for the Furies. Racing over to try and do something constructive was Bleakley, but beaten by the stick there, and away goes Pryor with room. Pryor's got 2 to beat, gets onto the forehand, takes a shot, blocker save made Lee, a good one. Good shot by Pryor, puck's loose in the slot, getting there first Chong, who has to try and clear it out to get it up the ice, and the Furies will clear it out. Nice play there indeed by Ashley Gagnon. Looping around the back of the net, making it safe. Fryer, who has a little bit of time, looks up ice, turns and pivots away from pressure. Still under pressure from Gagnon. Plays the puck up, and they clear the zone. Racing back now to pick it up, Chong. Chong with her has Harvey. Under 5 minutes to go into the CCM final 5, and it'll be picked up by Pryor. Pryor stripped of the puck though, and they reset. They'll be pushed in by Cash. In the middle of the neutral zone, no one really wanting it. It's picked up by the South Australian team as they cycle around. Good pressure from Gagnon, but not quite enough, and the puck is driven in. Chong reverses the favour, but now it's on to the stick of West, who is deprived of the puck. And they play the puck back into their zone. Baird with it under pressure, tried to clear it out. It's kept in though by Harvey, who gets a shot. It goes wide across the front, and that'll be picked up by Fryer. Fryer looks up ice, finds the stick of Coates. Coates digs it through, runs into Bowles, and back we come the other way. Coates again tries to clear the puck out successfully and does so. Aware of the threat of the onrush there, Hurtis had to clear the puck away in a hurry. And now just chipping away and applying good pressure there is Crafter. It'll be stolen by Pryor as Crafter tries to pick it up once more and does, looping around the back. Under pressure though from Gunyak. Pryor hunting around looking for an opportunity. The puck comes up high and will be swept out, but Pryor with a nice poke check just broke up the blue line effort there of Hurtis. Pryor floating around high, looking like a scoring opportunity if they can get the puck out. They rim it in. Pryor will have to go and get it. Hurtis activates too and comes in and just breaks up that one. So Hurtis loops around the back of the net. Only the one in, only the 1D back for the Furies. If they can get a turnover now, be a great chance for Pryor. Puck is rimmed around. The racing in now is Hurtis, who saw the threat. Only 1D back again in Gunyak. The Furies taking some chances. They get a shot away, but it hits the back of Bibby, who inadvertently blocked it, and the puck is cleared out. Tired legs now. Hurtis has been on the ice for a long time. We're probably looking to get a change. So too Gunyak, who's being pressured. Fresh legs on for the Lizards, as now the Furies look to go and get a change. It'll be picked up by Crafter, who rimmed it high. Lots of real estate now for the Lizards. Janovska tried to get a pass, but put it straight back into congestion. Trapolina now with the puck, has to wait. Just dumps it down into the corner, getting around the pressure of Bibby. Had to stall because of the offside. Behind the net is Hudson, who has to circle around to create some space. Does so, moves up, tries to get past Hill. Hill's poke check keeps the puck in, but then they get it out through Bibby. Clearing the puck out once more, the Adelaide team. There's a double poke on Jennings. Stops that one from happening. And it'll be picked up by the super stable hands of the ever-reliable Trapolino, who dumps the puck down. It's going to go for icing though. And with under 2 minutes to play, the Lizards with a 3 goals to nil lead from 17 shots. Kellett's been great in the net for him. 10 shots for nothing. The Furies have been unrewarded for their efforts. And the clock ticks down. Can the Furies get one back and get us into stop time and see if they can get themselves into the game? Got to win this face-off and score from it. They don't. Chong couldn't quite get enough on it. Activating though coming in Costello, but Costello had it poked away. They get a shot now, but the save made by Kellett at the last. It was just lobbed in. And they reset. The clock will continue to tick. The goal differential too great to bring about stop time. So with 2 minutes to go, it was a 2-goal split. And now under a minute, 3 goals the difference. Face off this time won by Chong into the corner, but not anywhere terribly useful. The puck goes into the slot. Shot was fired by Bleakley, but it didn't go. And Kellett once more makes the save. The clock will continue to tick. Furies changing with just on 20 seconds to go. They'll want to be quick about it or they'll run the clock down on the change. The Adelaide tent quite happy just to sit there and wait. They don't mind as the clock runs down. Bibby will come in to take the face off on a forehand. Hooks it back, tried to get it to Dundas. And one last hurrah as we've got 15 seconds to go on the clock. Gunyak tries to get past the pressure but runs into the wall. Pushed hard off it, just 8 seconds now to go on it until the medal is decided. And it will come across to Dundas, who will hoik it back up the ice, but it won't make any difference and that'll do it. At the end of the game, the Shifty Lizards 3 from 17 defeat the Furies, who were unable to score. 1 to Janovska, 1 to Crafter, and an absolute beauty to Maggie Pryor, showing us exactly what she's made of. So great game there for the Shifty Lizards to take 3rd place in the CCM National Women's Tournament here at iceHQ. We'll be back with you for the grand final between the West Australian Honey Badgers and the Melbourne Reds, and we'll be with you for that one at, there's a time for it, I should be able to tell you. And that will be at 5:10. So we'll be with you back at 5:10 while the players celebrate. So we'll be back with you at 5:10 for the last game of the program.